SMU and Syracuse meet for the first time ever, and the Mustangs win the opening tip. Starting five includes Zanai Jones, TK Pitts, Nya Robertson, Kaja Woods, and Jessica Peterson. And SMU strikes first in the dome. Jones off the inbound gets it into Robertson, one of the leading scorers in the ACC, and that's why she is an elite shooter.
Verjao comes out, who's so tall, but just lifts it over her hands and into the hoop.
Verjao to Woolley, who sinks it from the elbow. She's trying to make history this morning.
It'll be key to get her going in the mid-range. You don't need her driving on every play.
Robertson drives and is denied by Thompson. Burrows the outlet to Camp, but Woolley with an off-the-ball foul.
I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little bit of time for the players to really get their feet wet just with this uncharacteristic time.
Woolley missing an open layup. Second chance for Sanaya Wilson.
She is in the lineup because of some injuries down low for the Orange, and she definitely gets the job done.
Peterson, she gets the job done too, spinning and scoring for her first bucket of the morning. She was concussed late in the Orange's road loss to Georgia Tech a week ago today. Backdoor cut from Camp, and her reverse layup goes. Woolley with the goggles and the great feed.
The play is under review for possible.
I mentioned Burrows, a great shooter, 41% from three, but she turns it over. Jones flips it to Woods, her triple. Pure. Kaja Woods. Another chance for the Mustangs. Pitts drives the baseline and gets it to go all over Sanaya Wilson.
And that's just great fundamental offense.
4 first quarter turnovers for the Orange. Magalico, the hook shot missing strong. Second chance goes. Kaja Woods. Shy Hawkins, the freshman, gets it, drives the lane, misses. Scott, the offensive chance. And another miss. But the Orange won't quit as Hawkins gets it back and sinks it. As Brown nearly turns it over. Coach said we had to remind Sophie, you're 6'2", you're not just a jump shooter. A chaotic start to the possession, but it ends in points. Thompson, Camp, Potts, Verjao, and Hawkins for the Orange, who trail by 6. Thompson fading away, missing short. Verjao the second chance, and she turns it into 2. Firing it over to Camp. Verjao finds the open. Thompson is doing it all right now for the Orange. First 4 points of this second quarter. And Verjao, not your typical 6'4". SMU came into the day the best team on the glass in the conference, and the Orange don't care. The Orange out-rebounding the Mustangs, who were out-rebounded by double digits in their loss to Cal on Sunday. Jones denied. Thompson all over it. Jones trapped in the front court. The open shooter, Robertson, drives, pulls up, and scores. A quiet start for the ACC's third best scorer, only her second make. Felicia Leggett-Jack described as the Orange's Hannah Hidalgo, their lead player. Hannah Hidalgo, obviously the best player in the ACC by way of Notre Dame.
Sydney Colson, Alicia Clark, all WNBA big-time names. Coach Jack said about that, you don't want to go into somebody else's home uninvited. You want to go where you're welcome.
And she'll be ready for the bright lights of Athletes Unlimited. Georgia Woolley, your former backcourt teammate, with the triple. Jones, the extra pass down low to Magalico. Gets Thompson in the air and finishes.
Great pump fake, and then the finish.
Great ball movement from the Orange. And Wilson all alone for 2. Camp with the dime. See the big knee brace on Camp's left knee. Tore her ACL a year ago, missed all of her first season with Syracuse. Sophie Burrows in year 2 with the Orange. She gets better and better every game.
You think of her mostly as an outside shooter, but she can do it all.
What'd you say? Outside shooter? Burrows spinning and missing. Wilson, the offensive rebound. Working on Peterson, who's still scrapping for it. Velez gets free and puts it in off the glass. 1 point game. The Orange in search of their first ACC win of the year. Robertson's three from deep in the corner, and she stares at the Orange bench as she sinks her second shot from long range.
She's a fun player to watch, isn't she?
Velez is two. The sophomore captain coming into her own halfway through her first year with the Orange. Jones scoreless, 3 assists though in the first half. Can she get on the scoreboard? Yep. Announcers Jinx at it again.
Almost went for a scoop shot. That wasn't gonna work.
Robertson blows by Camp and puts it in for the first points of the second half. She's up to 14. So Verjao, a 1-for-2 trip. And on the other end, she denies Peterson of 2 down low. Jack wears her emotions on her sleeve. Probably not good at playing poker. Fadeaway shot for Burrows. Second chance for Thompson in the Orange. Cross-court feed, Burrows all alone, and she makes SMU pay. Her first triple of the morning.
Because that's what you'd call that for Syracuse. Multiple offensive rebounds, multiple loose balls that come in their favor.
The Orange on the offensive end again. Burrows a corner three again. Timeout Mustangs. At least 13 rebounds in each of her last 4 games. Burrows, her threat of a 3, gives her the ability to get inside and score. 8 points for Burrows. Robertson drifts by Woolley, and her high arcing layup bounces in. She does have the ball a lot as Syracuse's top scorer. Hall dancing at the top of the arc, and it turns into 3. 14 points on the year headed into the game. She's come alive halfway through this quarter. Hall with the response from the foul line. Pitts to Robertson, whose runner is smooth. That's 18 points for Nya. Pitts bounces it down low, but it doesn't find the target. This time she does find Magalico, and it pays off. SMU back in front. Georgia Woolley flying around the court. Makes sense. Second chance for Magalico, and a chance for one more at the line. Woolley back with the Mustangs.
It's been really fun to see Magalico develop throughout this game. She hadn't played in any ACC.
Verjao fades away, puts it in. 9 points for Izza. Last year they were tied for second in the ACC in the final standings. Pitts running all around the play. And she finds the cutting woods for 2.
Finds a cutter down low. That was an elite play.
Verjao, the big, she can dish it too. Thompson on the cut. Thompson to Woolley. Shot fake, steps into it, and misses strong. Verjao, one more go, and it goes in as she's in double figures.
Those are the offensive rebounds that Syracuse has been missing recently.
Blink and you miss it. Nya Robertson with the coast-to-coast response. Robertson blocked by Burrows, but gets her own miss and hits the deck as she can't keep it. 2-on-1. Woolley finds Thompson, and she finds the back of the net. Thompson in double figures. Hits the screen from Peterson. Woolley the deflection, but it finds Hall. And 1! No problem for Nya.
Robertson didn't even run down the floor because she was trying to collect her breath, and then on the next possession, why not? And 1.
We'll be right back at it on Sunday, too. Syracuse in the Dome, primetime 6 o'clock game against Miami. But right now they're focused on SMU, and specifically Jessica Peterson. Scored 11 points for the Orange. Peterson only 4 points for SMU. Thompson, a pure bucket getter over these last 2 games for Syracuse, keeping the Orange in it as SU and SMU battling it out in ACC action.
Just got to go up strong there. Why are you turning around?
Hall to Pitts, and she banks it in.
That's how you do it. You go up strong through the contact.
Camp the triple. Woolley, the offensive board, muscling her way through. SU's leading scorer coming up clutch. But sinking her third. Syracuse still up a point. Verjao, a lot of Syracuse's offense has gone through the senior in this second half, and that's why. The Orange up 3, Verjao with 13. Woods the open 3. The bank is open. And we're tied at 64 with half a minute to go.
I think it was the U-Albany game where the Orange try and go for a double team and then the rotations are too slow.
First overtime game for either squad this year. Both teams trying to bounce back from losses over the weekend. Thompson out jumps Peterson. The Orange start with the ball.
This game's starting to get pretty physical down low. Verjao and Peterson are really going at it.
Great pass from Jones. Peterson getting at it late. Only 6 points for her.
It's a great drive from Jones to force Verjao to take a step forward, and then Peterson open behind her.
Verjao blocked by Peterson, and she keeps it inbounds. Woolley attacking the cup, and there it is. 1,000 points in Georgia Woolley's Syracuse career. And just over a year later, her fellow Aussie, Sophie Burrows, on the fast break, and Adam, the senior captain, putting the game in her hands. Jones feeds Peterson, and against Wilson, she gets it to go. Mustangs with the lead.
And then they go straight at Sanaya Wilson.
And she looks straight at Verjao on the bench and sends her to the scorer's table. Woolley, another runner, another make. Gets downhill and gets SMU back in front. Her first bucket of OT.
If they give it to someone and it goes back to Woolley.
Woolley gets it in, gets it back, and misses strong on the 3. Verjao, the second chance, and the lead. Timeout SMU. They trail by 1 in overtime.
Well, it almost is how you drew it up, because you get Woolley the shot, but then it's the offensive rebounds that Syracuse has lived by all game long.
Jones looking for Robertson. 5 seconds. Robertson gets free, stumbles, and scores! With a second to go. No shot. SMU, its first ever road win in the ACC. Nya Robertson, the hero.
Nya Robertson's a star. There's no other way to put it. I mean, how about this finish? Off the glass, it bounces and rolls in.